Saturday morning, very cold last night, colder than I was expecting it to be, but we're up and at it. Wyatt and I are going to go and hike and go up on one of these ridges up behind us. I love to just spend the morning kind of exploring the area that we're around and really kind of just soaking in all of the beauty. This red rock country is just so stunning. Well, we made it to the top of this little summit here, and it's kind of just like one of the plateaus before one of the other big plateaus. Just one of the steps. It's pretty crazy, but you can see back there, there's the Jeep. Nice little morning hike. Good way to start warming yourselves up, especially when it's real cold out. But I'm getting hungry. Time to go get some breakfast going. That's what I'm talking about. 2 sausage patties, egg, cheese. Put the croissant down there on the skillet for just a minute. Warm it up. It's delicious. My plan to put the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plug starters inside of water backfired a little bit last night. It got so cold, they're actually frozen in this little Gatorade bottle. So I'm going to put this on the hood of the Jeep. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit, thaw out. Then I'm going to break them out. See if I can't start a fire with these things after they've been literally soaking in water and then frozen overnight. Well, there's one of them frozen in there. Here's the other. Let's see what we can do with them. All right, so here's a plug. Fibers are out there. Okay.
Maybe you got it a bit too much wet.
I'm gonna try to open her up a little. Get a few more of these fibers showing. It's definitely damp. There we go.
We got it.
Wow. You know, it took like a minute or two, but still, the fact that those are completely soaked. I've been sitting in water all night, and you can still get them to start. That is impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came through here last time, I took the road to the left, which then weaved me out up on top of those plateaus. We're taking this route, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes. It looks cool on the map, looks like it might go some fun places. So I'm really excited to be on all new trails from this point and beyond. Well, this is why I love coming back to areas, because this trail has been so awesome. I went and spurred way off to the left and was hoping to loop all the way back around last time and just didn't have enough time. And so now I'm taking the way down that I was supposed to be coming back up, and it's worth it. Really glad I came down this route. It's just another one of those Desert 2 tracks that are almost disappearing because no one's driving on them, you know? Everyone's so focused on going down the same main kind of trails that a lot of these spurs get missed. Someone's been through semi recently, probably some of these cowboys picking up cows, because I saw some, you know, there's a watering hole back there, but outside of that, you can tell this does not get a lot of traffic. There's been a couple of times since I got past that watering hole that, like, you can't hardly even tell that there's a trail at all. One of my favorite things about doing adventures like this is it really just lets kids be kids. The boys back there, second I stopped, they just jumped out, started running. They want to climb up to the top of that hill while I make some sandwiches. Well, we just finished up lunch, and it was definitely one of those dichotomies of you don't want to be in the sun because you're getting sunburnt. My face is a little red from the sun, but it's only like 45 degrees and in the shade you're cold. So anyways, we had a nice little lunch, some sandwiches. This area is just so incredible. Just these rolling hills, all this really fine, almost like shale style rock that we're on. And we're gonna go up this direction, almost back to where we camped, but on the other side of the river, and then we'll start curving and we'll do like a big horseshoe back down to that main road that we jumped back off on. So should be fun. So cruising down to the end of this spur trail, and there's all these massive mounds of rocks and boulders that kind of surround the trail. It's really incredible. Like, I'm loving these rock formations, and it's just wild. I just would love to know how they're all where they are and in the placements they are, and you know how this sand is all in between it. Just totally fascinated by the landscape of the Santa Fe Swell. You know, earlier we were all in this red rock, and now we're kind of up on top of that plateau. In fact, we're getting really close to being close to the river, where we could look back and only maybe like a half mile be where we were camping, and it looks like we're in a totally different place because we're up on top. And it's more of like this white rock and sandstone type look and feel to it. It's incredible. Oh yeah, look at that. See? Boulder's amazing. We got done to the end of this spur trail, and check this thing out. Any idea what this thing is? It's got to be old farming or mining equipment. My guess would be mining, just because I can't imagine anyone was farming something out here, but really incredible. So this lever definitely makes kind of a restriction on this, pulls it tighter. If it's some type of a braking mechanism. Well, I definitely was not expecting to run into this out here. Some type of old farming or mining equipment, but just down a random little spur trail. Man, just really cool. It must have been a lot of work getting this thing out here. No matter when it got out here, it had to have taken a lot of effort. There's a lot of ups and downs. You're going through multiple washes, and obviously must have had to been dragged out here by some big equipment, at minimum a big truck, maybe some type of a cat or dozer or something like that. Just amazing what you can find, the history you can find out in the desert. Man, I cannot believe how incredible this trail is. It weaves in and out. Barely skinning down this little wash right here between all these rocks. So the trail leads right down this, but it definitely gets way too washed out and narrow right there. You need like a dirt bike. You couldn't even fit an ATV by there. Kind of curls around there and then comes down, and you can see a fence down there at the very bottom, and then that's the San Rafael River. What's wild is where we were camped is basically like a half mile. You can kind of see some of that red rock back there. Just down that way a little bit is where we were camped. We got ourselves a little bit of a hill climb here. It's not very steep, but the edge is a little soft. So this route that we've been on had 3 spurs that went off the end of it. We just got to the end of the last one, and it is so beautiful. You have this incredible view of the San Rafael River. I would guess it gets pretty windy up here, but if it wasn't a windy night, this would be an incredible place to camp. You have excellent views, 365 all around you. Check this out. Well, right up in front of us is Farron, Utah, and we're about to jump back on the pavement. This has been such an incredible adventure, all on trails that I've never been on. I'm so excited because I saw a bunch of places that I want to be coming back to as well. If you enjoyed this adventure, please like and subscribe. And if you want to follow me on the day-to-day, you can do so on Instagram at Backroad Exploration. Thanks so much for watching.